name is Catherine Ransbaum. I'm the Associate Curator of Collections and Exhibitions here, and I am going to do just a quick little moment to announce our People's Choice winner for the West Michigan Area Show that closes this Sunday. So we have invited everyone that came to visit the galleries to cast their vote. This award is very appropriately sponsored by the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo. So thank you so much to Kristen Cheswick and her team for continually sponsoring this award and increasing the value of the prize. I know our artists greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to them. So this year, hopefully it's, let's see. The vote, this piece won by one vote. We've never had that happen before, so there was some tight competition, but I don't believe the artist is here today. It's Ann Rather for her piece. Oh, can we turn the lights down maybe? Sorry. It's an egg tempera piece called Still Life of Pears. So if you haven't had a chance to go into the galleries and see that yet, please do so. It's in the first gallery. If you walk all the way back in the first gallery of the West Michigan Area Show, you will find it on the back wall there. She did a great job. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much to the Arts Council and Kristen Cheswick and her team. We really appreciate the support. And you have one more week to see the show. It closes this Sunday, so I hope you all get the chance. And now Greg and ARTBreak.
No, thanks, Catherine. Before we start, announcement about this Thursday's Artful Evening. We're going to have a special guest, Manny Kato, and she is one of the artists who is represented in the Sugoi exhibition, in fact, one of the featured artists. Her piece is called Umbilical Field, and you can see it when you go into the long gallery. It's at the very end. It's a really distinctive mixed media piece. So Molly will be discussing her techniques, which are really amazing, and her use of sort of untraditional materials, such as rice stalks and jute fibers and eggshells. And so it should be a really fascinating program about a really interesting and increasingly known artist. The tickets are $5 for KIA members and $10 for non-members, and they can be purchased either online or at the door. So again, that's this Thursday, 6 o'clock, and discussion of her work by Mami Kato. Well, since it was founded way back in 1966, the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo has really become a vital part of Kalamazoo's cultural life. It's perhaps most visible to our citizens through the monthly Art Hop programs, as well as the Art on the Mall exhibition in the summer. But more than these highly visible programs, the Arts Council provides support to local artists, arts organizations through grants, educational opportunities, and really wide-ranging arts program. So we're very pleased today to be joined by three members of the Arts Council's staff. Kristen Cheswick, who is the Executive Director, Eric Oliphant, who is the Operations Manager and Membership Director, and Kim Shaw, who is the Programs Director. And they will be discussing the programs, goals, and great opportunity if you'd like to know more about this really vital organization to find out from them. So I will turn it over to all of you.
Thank you very much, Greg. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And we're pleased to be here today. We don't get to talk about our organization very much because we spend so much time talking about all the other organizations and artists in town, because that's really our job. So today we're going to talk about who we are, the resources we provide, how you become a member if you don't know that, and then the programs, and we'll save some time for questions. So who the heck is the Arts Council? So we were founded in 1966, and that actually was the year that the NEA and the federal government decided that they needed to get a whole bunch of funds out into the different communities in the nation, and then it would be easier and more vital to do that on a local level than to just have federal grants that people could have access or not have access to. So the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo was born. And in a lot of communities, arts councils are actually a function of the local government. And in our case, the Arts Council is actually a nonprofit that sits outside of the government. So we are board driven and member driven, but not government driven, which in a lot of cases is kind of cool because we can make some decisions that otherwise we might not be able to make. So our resources, this is what I'm going to talk about today, grants that we provide, the promotional opportunities that we provide, our advocacy, and then a couple of our services. I think some of you already know that we do have grants. We call them re-granting because we get our funds from other organizations, including the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, the Kalamazoo Community Foundation, and Michigan Arts and Culture Council. And so up there you can see we have something called CADDY, to shorten everything. Yeah, we do. We like initials. Kalamazoo Artistic Development Initiative, and that is for individual artists only. That's for projects and professional development. The Immediate Needs Grant, so if you have this really cool opportunity coming up and you don't have all of the funds, you only have some of the funds and you don't want to miss out, that's what that grant is for. We also have Michigan Arts and Culture Council, what are called mini grants. These are also professional development opportunities. That's for arts organizations and individuals. And then they have something called a mini project. Of course, most of those projects are not actually mini. They are full-fledged projects. It's just that the council has decided that they can give out $4,000 at a time without having you have to do a lot of the things that either a larger project or organizational funding might make you do to get those grants. And then Arts Fund of Kalamazoo County is the grant. It's also available to individual artists and arts organizations. And this one is special in the sense that it was started in 1985. It was, again, some more money by the NEA. And it is meant to fund projects that are for historically excluded or underserved communities. And so this is a special pot of money for us to make sure that there's access in the community to art and performance and everything else that we love about Kalamazoo. From the promotional perspective, we have several avenues for members and non-members. We have something called Creative Cafe, which is a weekly radio show that happens on WKZO on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Most of our artists are not alive and awake and talking at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, so we do some pre-recording, but that goes out live to 4,000 people on Saturday mornings, but then we also create a podcast from it, put it on our website, and then artists and arts organizations can use it later if they so choose. We also have a calendar of events on our website, so that's kalamazooarts.org is our website. And if you are a member, individual, or organization, you can put your events up. So if you have an artist gallery showing, or you're having a salon or something, and you're a member, you can definitely put that up on our website. And then we also have live reporting every week. So 21,000 people listen on their way to work on Wednesday mornings, WKZO. And we do an Arts Minute, and we try to get out as many events as possible there. And then once a week, we also have somebody report at the Kalamazoo Rotary Club, which is a lot of the organizational and business owners in the community. And so it's another kind of group that maybe you don't have access to that we try to create access. Something that you might not know about us is our program for fiscal sponsorship. And some of you probably know what fiscal sponsorship is, but for those of you who do not, this is where, in essence, you borrow a nonprofit indicia to be able to do nonprofit work. So you're a group of nonprofits, you're an organization, but you don't have your nonprofit status. You can borrow somebody else's through fiscal sponsorship. Currently, we serve as the fiscal sponsor for the Kalamazoo County Public Art Commission, something called the Tessitura Project, which is a database project in Kalamazoo. We have 4 clients that use that for ticketing and development and marketing. We also have Theater Kalamazoo as a fiscal sponsor. That's 10 of our theaters in town. Face Off Theater, who just got their nonprofit status, so they're going to be leaving the nest with us soon, which is great. But we helped them for the last 18 months kind of get on their feet and make sure that they had nonprofit ability to get grants and donations before they got their own. Encore Magazine, that center section in Encore Magazine where they report the arts, that is a fiscal sponsorship of the Arts Council. Something that's coming to you soon is the Canadiana Festival, and that will be happening in October. I'm going to get it wrong. We just started working with them. But so we're celebrating all things Canada. So if you are an expat or if you want to be an expat and you have a loyalty to Canada, Canadiana Festival is coming to you. And then the last one that we just signed on was the Clover Room over there, Edison neighborhood in Jericho. They are starting their nonprofit journey. So we're going to help them out with that. And then the last service that I'm going to talk about before I turn it over is the community box office. And so we do online and in-person ticketing and donation services. Right now we have 4 clients that is physically located on the first floor of the Epic Center. We are located on the second floor of the Epic Center. And so you can, as a group, actually buy our services to sell your tickets. And so that's also part of the Tessitura. So that is one of the other services that we try to offer to the community at low and reduced rates. I'm going to turn it over now to Eric Oliphant, who will talk to you about membership.
You can give a round of applause for Kristen. I did look up Canadiana Festival. It's October 7th, and they have a Rush cover band. So if you're into that, I would highly recommend getting some tickets. Hello, my name is Eric Oliphant. I'm the operations manager and membership director. I'm going to talk mostly about membership and not about the operations of the Arts Council, so that's good. We're going to talk about what our benefits are and how to join, and then some of the things we do as a connector for artists and arts orgs in the Kalamazoo area. First of all, our membership benefits. If you're a member of the Arts Council, you can be an individual member or an org member based on your budget level. There's a few different levels. We also have a student membership, which is $20 a year, which is like 10% of the cost of Netflix anymore. And so, yeah, you can see all the benefits up here. We have unlimited event listings on that events calendar that Kristen mentioned. We have rental rates at the Epic Center. So this includes the Jolliffe Theater, Epic Boardroom. You get a big discount. I think it's 50% on that as a member. That Art in the Mall Festival that Greg mentioned, there's no application fees for that as an artist. All the grants that Kristen mentioned, there's no fees for that to apply to grants, and you can do that multiple times a year. We do have the ability to have like an online profile, which my peer Kim, who will be up here in a second, she enlightened me with this thought that when you were emerging as an artist, you use that page as your website to send out to apply for events or festivals or grants or whatever. So you can kind of build a website on our website, which includes pictures and links and videos and resumes and all kinds of stuff, which is really great and nice, because then you don't have to pay to host your own website for a little while at least. We also on our website post members only calls to artists. So when there are opportunities to submit to events, people are looking for RFPs, etc. We post those there and we send those out monthly to our members and via email. So you don't have to go to the website. I make sure you get all the opportunities that exist. And there's all kinds of other neat things on there that pop up. There was a listing for somebody giving away silver for a while, which, you know, it's a great place to put that out there in the world and say, hey, artists, you need scrap silver because I have it for you. And I think it was free. Our friends at Public Media Network upstairs in the Epic Center, you get member rates at Public Media Network by becoming a member of the Arts Council. The language that we use is that you become a member of Public Media Network, especially for the Gen Z and new generation of creators. They have a ton of services that the Arts Council ourselves use. That's how we record our Creative Cafe podcast, is in their vidcast studio. But they have MacBooks that you can rent to help edit a project, cameras that you can rent that if you wanted to create like a process video and post that on YouTube and then turn it into 10 TikToks and do all the 5D marketing in the world. They have all this stuff and it's really fantastic, and not enough of our members use it. So if there are any members watching the live stream, you should get upstairs and do that. We host a couple of events that are for networking. As artists and arts orgs, we know that one of the big things that you need to do as an artist to snowball the opportunities that can happen is know other people, get to know other people. And especially in the last few years with the pandemic, the options for those kind of events have been fairly limited. We haven't had a ton of opportunities to connect. So I'm working really hard to provide some neat opportunities to connect. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then one of the newer things this year that we have is a members only social media group. I get a lot of emails in my inbox and I scroll Facebook all the time, and I realized, hey, I could take away a couple emails and help communicate to our members in their feeds already. And they can use that as a place to ask. It's a private group, so they can ask for advice or connect with each other or promote their own events or all kinds of fun stuff. And that's been pretty successful so far. If you're already sold, I have a very detailed video on how to join the Arts Council. You click the membership tab and you scroll down and select your level. And yeah, that's it. KalamazooArts.org. The fourth step is profit, ? Maybe, we'll see. Members only connections, as I mentioned, I'm going to get into this a little bit here. The Facebook group, it's, like I said, available for self-promotion, helps me communicate to you. We do, a new thing that we're doing this year is a monthly members only meetup, semi-monthly members only meetup. We're doing this via Zoom because it's just really like easy to sit on your couch and join. But we use this meeting style called Lean Coffee Table. And it's something that I was in a meeting that used this tool. It's a virtual tool. But basically, these meetings are for our members to join and talk about whatever they want to talk about. And at the top of that meeting, you're able to submit the agenda, topic ideas, and then all of the meeting attendees vote on what they want to talk about. And if we're on a topic and we're like, this is great, we set a timer on how long that topic is being talked about, but then you have the option to extend that. So basically, I have a really easy job of starting a Zoom meeting and then letting our members talk about whatever they want to talk about and answering some questions every once in a while. And it's been very, very positive and very effective. And I think, like I said, this connection thing that we've been missing for the last few years, artists love chatting with each other, and you don't get to, especially visual artists. It's a lot of individual work and not a ton of collaborative space to kind of just pick other people's brains about stuff. So we have one of those tonight. If you want to join, be a member of the Arts Council, it's tonight at 6, and I'll let you in, even if I don't get your membership process today necessarily. The other thing that is one of my favorite things is called Artist Happy Hour. And we've been doing these events for a few years. They were virtual, and then we were at the Jolliffe Theater, and a couple years ago I said, what if we just go to a bunch of venues all over town and do them instead? And so this is a events happy hour, literally a way to connect and network with each other. We host these events at, like I said, different venues. Some of the past themes and events you can see on the screen there. We were at the Crawl Space Comedy Theater talking about space. We did neurodiversity and mental health in the arts at the Richmond Center and WMU's campus, gigging in the 21st century at the Clover Room. We have one coming up here that I'll give you more info on, arts marketing at the Kalamazoo Valley Museum. That's happening September 13th. And then we did the past, present, and the future at the Kalamazoo Promise. You kind of get the idea. Miriam and I were already collaborating on how do we do a happy hour in this space? So maybe that'll come in 2024. Trying to think of a theme that's funny off the top of my head. Instituting art at the KA, I don't know. So anyways, we connect with each other. So one of the big things, and I'm going to scroll through it. My last bullet point is free snacks! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Because that is always provided by me. So I'm going to scroll through some really cool pictures that show all these attendees looking really engaged and try to convince you to attend our event on September 13th. But one of the things I do is in the networking portion, because like I said, this connection piece is so valuable. But I hate networking with people. I hate making small talk, and I just don't like it. So I've made a game where you kind of show up and we tell you how to do it. You're matching pictures of like a Stevie Wonder with somebody else who has the matching Stevie Wonder. And you say, hey, I'm Eric. I'm feeling a 7 out of 10 today. And I have a picture of a person who was famous for the song Superstition. And then you kind of just have a connecting point to have a conversation with people and get to know each other. So it's forced fun, but I've had positive feedback from it, and especially with artists, younger artists, and people from all different backgrounds, whether you're neurodivergent or neurotypical, it is an accessible way to kind of network, which is a valuable and needed part of your artistry. This is at the Black Arts and Cultural Center in their Gilcinder Gallery, I think last July. Here's one set of pictures at the Crawl Space Theater. Look how much fun everybody's having. This was still in Mass Times last year. It's from WMU at the Richmond Center. They hosted us in the gallery. It was beautiful. Look at all those attendees in the chairs. It's amazing. Look at how much fun our panelists are having. This is just last in June, or whenever it was, July. I don't know. Time is going way too quick right now. Next one, now that you're totally convinced that you want to attend, this is not a members only event. So you all, whether you're members or not, need to be there. We're at the KVCC Museum. They have a hilariously awesome exhibit on display right now, which is someone's personal collection of like 1,400 fly swatters. And it's really cool and fascinating and a little strange, but I dig it. We're talking about arts marketing. So if you have an interest in meeting some really neat people. Our panelist is stacked with Sydney Schless, my friend from the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra. She's the director of marketing. Twyla Lockett-Jones, she's a realtor and author of the acclaimed Princess Mackie Buys a House, which I think was grant funded from the Arts Council. And then my friend Gabrielle Serberville, she's an artist and composer who was studying at Western. We grant funded one of her projects called the Fungal Chapel. But she's also very well known as Chaotic Forager on social media platforms. She has like over 1.1 million followers on TikTok. So she's going to teach us what TikTok is. And maybe a couple more. This is Wednesday, September 13th at 5:30, totally free. And if you want to register and let us know so we can buy enough cookies, you can just point your phone at the screen right now and do it. Okay, that's all I have. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm going to throw it to Kim next to talk about our programs.
Hello. Eric is pretty charming. It's a hard act to follow, but I'm going to do my best. I'm Kim Shaw. I'm the programs director with the Arts Council, and I'm going to talk to you about our programs. Those are Art Hop, Art on the Mall, Summertime Live, Blue Skies Busking, and our Community Art Awards, which the nominations just opened. Art Hop is, in the introduction, something that was mentioned, is probably one of our most well-known programs. And it is something that has transformed over the years. And individual artists, organizations, businesses can apply. So if you're an individual artist, you can apply on our website, which is kalamazooarts.org. And if you do not have a venue, if you're like, I have art that I want to show, but I don't know how to do this. So you can go on and you can register and say, I'm an artist without a venue. And then I have venues that apply that say, I am a venue without an artist. and then I do some matchmaking and try to make some good connections and can help you to find a place to show your work. Artists also can go into a venue like the Spirit of Kalamazoo downtown, for example, is somebody that often is hosting Art Hop, and you can talk to them and say, I really like your shop. I'd love to show my work here, and the two of you can make a connection, and then one of you can register for Art Hop. There is no cost to participate in Art Hop. When you register, it is free. It is free to the public to attend. It's able to be free on both of those sides due to generous sponsorships that we receive. I spoke to you about finding a venue or an artist. There are benefits to being an official stop. So an official stop means that you register and I've connected with you, and you are going to be at one of, let's say, the Spirit of Kalamazoo. And there'll be a sandwich board in that spot at the beginning of for the whole duration of Art Hop. And so when people are walking down the street, they can see that this is a place to go in and see work, and or listen to music, or maybe there's a performance, because Art Hop is more than visual arts. It is all of the arts. Official stops will be promoted on our website. We have a website specific to the Art Hop, which is KalamazooArtHop.org. Every Art Hop that we have, it is updated to show all of the artists and the venues and how to find them. You can search on the website to find people. You can then connect. Artists can give us their email and website and social media connections. And so if there's an artist that you enjoy and you click on it, you'll be able to find out how to follow them, connect them, see what they're doing. Maybe you saw an artist that you really liked one of their pieces and decided to not purchase it, but then you went home and you were like, I really wish that I bought that piece. You can go to our website and find them again and reach out. The 2023 Art Hop, it's the first Friday of months March, May, July, September, November, and December, which is basically every other month starting in March. But we're going to add December in there because it's a very festive time and always a successful Art Hop. And we do not do Art Hop in January and February. As much as we'd like to, the weather has not always been our friend in that place. So, and even last year in March, we had a blizzard, but we pulled through. The deadline to apply is usually the first Friday of the month before. So we were just talking about with the November Art Hop that the deadline will be October 6th. And so you can apply or register for Art Hop anytime you want. And so right now, registration is open for November and December. And when you apply, you want to provide photos of your work or maybe a clip from YouTube if you are a musician or a performer, or ways that I can see what it is that you're doing, and your bio, artist statement, links to your social media, etc. Art on the Mall is one of our other programs that we have. It happens in June during that super duper June Jubilee weekend where everything in Kalamazoo happens at the same time. And as you can see listed here, so there's Art on the Mall, there is the Doodah Parade, the Kalamazoo Institute of Arts Art Fair, Pride, Concerts in the Park. I'm sure there are more things. And it is just a weekend of celebrating. And our fair is an outdoor art event. And we just completed, I believe, the 36th year we had for this event. 50 plus artists. I believe we had 58 artists down on the mall this year. And that happens between Michigan Avenue and the State Theater and on South Street. We offer original paintings, jewelry, pottery, sculpture. This year we had literature. It was the first time we had authors that were sharing their published works. There's live entertainment. There's a stage right in front of Burnham and Flower where we will have performances for Friday and Saturday. Applications open in February. And you can connect that on our website, kalamazooarts.org, under programs. And to attend, you just come downtown and walk around all the places of downtown, and you will find everything. But you will find us right downtown on the mall. Summertime Live is another one of our programs. We are about to wrap up a really robust summer. This year we had 13 participating venues and 115 free concerts. And that is, as you can see on the bottom left corner here, those are the venues that have participated in partnership with us on this. And something I like to share about this program that I think is really important is that all of the performers are paid to perform, as they should be, in all of these programs, and all of these performances are free to attend. It is huge, and that is possible because of generous donations and sponsorships, and we are grateful for that. We collaborate with these venues. The process starts in January, where everybody gets together and starts talking and planning and booking shows. The Arts Council creates and provides the calendar. And so you can see the cover up there. You've probably seen this. I hope you have. But it'll show you everything, all the dates, all the shows, where they are. There's a legend on here. The sponsors are on here. We pass these out at pretty much every event and concert to get the information. They also get mailed to households. And it's a great variety of music. And as you can see, it's sponsored by Irving S. Gilmore Foundation and the Arts Council of Greater Kalamazoo. Blue Skies Busking is another one of our programs. This is a program for individuals. I would say mostly we have music performers. Sometimes there are magicians, so there might be other types of performances. We are supportive and open to almost all performances, unless you are using fire. If you are a fire dancer, I cannot approve your permit for busking. But beyond that, it's pretty much anything goes. It's free to apply for the permit. You can do that on our website. Entertainers submit a 2 to 5 minute recorded video or audio file for review. I have had a performer say, I don't have a video. Can I come in and play you my guitar? Absolutely. They get a permit if approved. Come and pick it up from the Arts Council. There is a map then on our website, and the artists can go, and there are busking spots all over Kalamazoo. Then they can choose that on Saturday from 2 to 5, I would like to play at this place. And they put it in, and then I can approve it. And as long as they are showing their permit, they can be in that place. Tips are encouraged. We have 2 spots where they can plug in if they want to amplify. And I would say you may most often see this when there are things happening downtown, like Art Hop. We have had like these performers, right? This picture right here, these cute kids performed at the last Art Hop. And then the last program I want to talk about today is the Community Art Awards. As I said, the nominations have just opened. It's to recognize the exceptional artists, organizations, and art supporters in the Kalamazoo area. And so you can nominate online. You can learn about all the different types of awards that we offer. You can see here listed on the left, these are the awards that we offer. On the bottom here are some photos of people who have received this award in the past. It's free to attend. RSVP is appreciated, so we know how many snacks to buy. Cake, that's good. And our awards will be announced on October 26th. And so please save the date. It's a really wonderful event. There's entertainment, and it's a wonderful way for us to lift up those in our community that are shining a light on the arts. So that's 7 p.m. at the Gull Lake Center for the Arts. How to find out more about programs. So here is the screenshot. I do not have a fancy video like Eric. When you go to our website, you can see on that purple line there where it says programs. If you click on it, that orange menu is going to come down, and you can see right there where you can choose from any of these programs that I just spoke about. And this is how you can nominate someone for an award, apply for busking, learn about art in the mall, sign up for Art Hop, find a concert. Any of those things are available there. And that concludes this part of our art break, but we would love to answer any questions that you might have. Yes?
If I had a venue for Art Hop, would I have to apply every month or would I apply once?
That is a fantastic question. You do need to register every time there's an Art Hop. And so there are quite a few venues that participate in every Art Hop, and often have the same information to fill out the form, which I know might seem tedious, but I do sometimes there's special things that are happening throughout the year that they might change it up. And but the great thing is in January, you can go ahead and fill them all out at one time, and then you'll be all set for the year. Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah.
You mentioned something about a Canadian connection. Something like that.
Yeah, I do not hold that information. Do one of you want to speak to that?
Oh, repeat the question because the live stream can't hear.
Yeah, so we were just asked about a Canadian connection, and we do have a fiscal sponsor, the Canadiana Festival, which will be happening on October 7th in the Arcadia Festival site, and it will be celebrating all things Canada. So if you are a beer and poutine fan or a Rush fan, you need to go to that. There will be more information, I think, coming up here in the next month or so. They're going to open those tickets online but we're just the fiscal sponsor, so we're just kind of helping out, making sure that they have a nonprofit that can accept grants for them. And this is the first year, October 7th.
You know what day of the week that falls?
No, but Eric does.
Saturday.
It's on a Saturday. Other questions? Well, I want to thank Kim Shaw and Eric Oliphant, our staff members here, for coming out today, because I know that they can explain much better than I can about all the cool things that we have at the Arts Council. I hope you already are a member, and then we'll see you sometime soon at one of our events. And if you are not a member, we would love to make that happen for you. So thank you very much.